I want to speak honestly about my process using AI and how I regret it. I really regret it. So I will say I tried to use AI because ultimately I basically like tried to like wash it out too at the same time. This matters because there's a lot of conversation online right now that makes it sound like AI will just plop out this bestseller for you. That's absolutely not true. Maybe for some kinds of books this is possible, but I really doubt it. If you're trying to write something that is human, that resonates, something with soul and depth, and like your own voice, like as a unique person, in terms of expression, in terms of selling something, in terms of putting an offer into the world, putting valuable contributions into the world, that the number one thing that we can do is just be ourselves. And that's the whole kind of, it's a little bit of the premise of the book that I'm writing, Porcupines and Electric Eels, what every parent of a neurodivergent teen must know. So we're not there where AI can like do the soul authenticity stuff for you. We may never be there. So Chatty GPT, or whatever I call him, why did I use it at all? Because I felt like I needed help with structure and clarity. People tell me with my writing that sometimes I'm explaining XYZ, ABC, and I'm explaining something that they don't know what it is, and I didn't take the time to introduce it. So that's fair, and my brain just tends to connect the dots super quickly, dots that other people see as disparate, and so sometimes I skip steps. That's what I'll say. Sometimes I skip steps, and I don't always have the most phenomenal attention to detail. So I thought, okay, maybe I can use AI to help me organize this book better and structure things in a way that's clear and accessible to readers, and even inclusive to me. Like, I kind of used it as an accommodation, I guess. And at first it seemed to be helpful. I had this like really big picture vision for the book, right? I knew why I wanted to write it, and I knew the basic like skeleton of the book. So the vision was mine, the ideas were mine, the framework was mine, the research was research that I had done previously in my graduate years and my undergraduate years, and I just wanted to take it all together and have a super intelligent thing just do it for me. I wanted that. The outline of the book is in three main parts: being with self, being with others, and being in the world. The first part, being with self, is about how can you as the parent create the conditions for your teenager to grow up their authentic selves, to grow up as themselves and belonging in the world. The second part is interpersonal. It's about how can you be with others in one-on-one, friendships, groups, and specifically how can parents support that process without controlling it too much or navigating it for them, for their teenagers. Then the third part of the book is being in the world, which is to say institutions like school and healthcare mostly, so systems, and just the environment, the greater environment that neurodivergent teenagers are in every day. So the outline was there. Chatty GPT, what did it do? It did a lot, and yet it did nothing. This is the thing that I'm hearing the most. There's this YouTuber, her name is Andrea. She's a writer. Hold on. Writer, copy editing. Let me find her. Andrea Severson. Okay, so there's this person on YouTube, Andrea Severson. She's a romance author, and she does videos about her writing. I'm not going to say I love this woman, but I very much appreciate her. Andrea, if you're watching this for whatever reason, if you're one of the like 10 people to watch this, thank you for what you do, because seeing your experience as an author and as a writer that has been in this game for a while, it lets me know kind of where should I be in this process and where I could be, I guess I should say. So what did I do? Like what did I essentially feed and prompt this AI to do? Oh, actually, before I get into that, I wanted to make the point that, so what Andrea says, the point that she makes about AI and writing that I think is really interesting, she says that it creates a hollowness. And I just completely agree. Like what I'm writing is super personal. It's based on my lived experience. It's for parents that are maybe struggling, with teenagers that are maybe struggling. So it's super, super personal. And there is fakakta for soul or depth or my true voice or my true intent when the Chatty GPT gives its writing. It may be grammatically correct, but it's just, I mean, it's shit all for like interesting or profound. It's not. So what did I do? How did I prompt and feed the GPT? I think I did a great job in terms of prompting. Truthfully, I think I'm not the problem here. I think it's just like the limitations of the robot. So what I did, and I share this in case you want to make this mistake as well. Maybe you want to make it yourself and you want to make the mistake as best as you can. So what you do when you want to write with AI is you feed it, first of all, insane amounts of your own writing. I had been working on this book daily for months. I got 20,000 words and I fed it the entire 20,000 words. And it basically destroyed the entire personality of those 20,000 words. I also fed it entire books. I would find PDFs of the books that I've already read, already annotated, already understood myself, but that I wanted it to quickly distill that information. So I fed it things like The Art of Choosing by Sheena Iyengar. I fed it The Optimistic Child by Martin Seligman. I fed it Free to Learn by Peter Gray. Really important books that I cite in my book. I just PDF, upload. And yes, I absolutely do have a paid account. And I don't feel great about it. I really don't feel great about it. I don't feel great about it. It's like this horrible secret I have that's not really secret. It just feels shameful. Okay. Anyway. I also fed and I uploaded entire conversations from the internet. So Reddit, Facebook, I copied and pasted and took out people's names because I don't want to play that game. So I took out people's names and I fed the Chatty GPT all of the, what parents are saying online. And because I wanted to see real patterns, but when you feed it to a robot, the realness of those patterns diminishes, and it's just patterns at that point. So my hope, my intention was to synthesize everything and make it understandable for me and the audience. I wanted to create a coherent work of art, but art and AI, they don't really click. That's not a thing. So it seemed like it was helping at first, and it did look polished, which is kind of important. And it looked coherent and it kind of looked structured, But when I actually read it, it was just bad. It was really bad. And she's right. Andrea is right. The telltale sign is that it's hollow. Like, that's the perfect word for it. It's just empty. It's all these words that say nothing. She's 100% correct. So it sounds almost intelligent, not even. But then after you read for like more than 2 seconds, you're like, wow, this is really boring, and it's giving me nothing valuable. It's just like it's flat. It's like a flat. Arlen Hamilton, who is a mentor, I'm going to say of mine, and thousands of other people. Arlen Hamilton is an author herself, so she has written books. An author. Actually, I guess I can't guarantee that she wrote those books. She might have had them ghostwritten or something, but she is an author, published author, multi-published author. Also multi-millionaire, also an investor and an entrepreneur, and she's amazing. Arlen Hamilton started her career in the music industry, and she recently shared something in a very good video where she said that the heartbeat of a human being, that is the basis of the beat in music. Yeah, she said they're somehow connected, and I thought that was beautiful. And what's interesting is that in terms of the beat of a book that was written by AI, it's dead. There is no beat. There is no beat. I can't stress that enough. It's just this it's completely flatline. All the edges, all the spikes, all the stuff that makes it good just disappeared. So the prose became smoother, but smooth is not meaningful. Let's go back to draft number 1. So draft number 1 was completed. I had a full draft December 30th, 2025. That was on my list for last year. I wanted to complete that draft. I did. Check. Amazing. Just to have it done felt incredible because I had already been working on the book for a year and a half. Then I printed out draft 1. That was very exciting. I went to UPS, printed, great, annotated it. And at that time I was like, oh, it's okay. It's like, it needs work, but it's all right. But it's not terrible. And then I made the edits, printed out the second draft, and then I started realizing, oh, this is actually worse than I thought. It's kind of like the business cycle where at first you're, kind of neutral, and then you're optimistic because you don't know shit, and then you start to realize how bad it is. So that's the informed pessimism. That's when I hit, that was the second draft. At this point in the second draft, I started making the edits, and then I printed out draft number 3 very recently, like 2 weeks ago, May 2nd or something. When I printed out the third draft, I realized what I was actually up against. I have to rewrite almost every single introduction chapter. So there are 5 parts. So that's 5 introduction chapters that I have to rewrite. And this book, I should have printed it, like I should have had the sample paperback in my hands to show you right now. Like I should have ordered it weeks ago. I wanted to sell it at events that I'm doing, hard copies, but here we are, behind on schedule because, I don't know, I'm not going to blame ChatGPT, but that's kind of, I don't know, maybe I am. So, I just wanted to share my experience and to openly say, number 1, I used AI. I did. For that reason, I am not hitting up bookstores that tell me we don't accept anything that you worked on with AI here. I have to just morally just say, okay, then you can't sell my book because I used AI. So number 1, I'm telling you, yes, I used it. Number 2, I'm telling you, I really regret. I wish I did not. I really wish I did not. It would have been so much more difficult, but it would have been so much better. And in a way, that's kind of what I'm saying in the book. Not really, but in a way. In my book, in Porcupines and Electric Eels. So, I will say this. if you want your readers, if you're writing a book, or if you're interested in writing a book, if you're considering writing with AI, or if you're already writing with AI, I would like to know from you why you do or why you don't do that, and what have you found in your experience just using AI for like creating creative works, right? Like creative art, writing, music. What is your experience? Because mine is like this kind of sucked.